Alright guys, welcome back. In this video here I want to talk about dictionaries. So let's go ahead and make a new file here, dictionaries.py. Alright, so with dictionaries here, it's a little bit like JSON, if you guys have ever worked with JSON before here. If you guys haven't worked with JSON, we're going to talk about that in the next video here. But kind of the pattern that you want to get used to here is the idea of a key value pair. So it might look something like, the key and then the value is your name. The key is age and the value is your actual age. The key is email and then the value is the actual email, right? So this is just pseudocode right now. This isn't actually how you would type out a dictionary here, but this is the pattern that I want you guys to get used to here. You have a key and then a value, key, value, okay? So let's get rid of that right now. So how would we actually do it the correct way here, okay? So let's go ahead and declare a dictionary. We're going to say dict1, dict1, and we're going to set this equal to 2 curly brackets from here. So right now it just doesn't have any information here, but all of the information is going to go in here, okay? So now what we're going to do in quotes here is I'm going to put the key. The key, let's make this, I don't know, let's make it like warriors and then their weapon that they use, okay? So I have like a knight followed by a colon and then the weapon that they use. And he's a knight, so he uses a broadsword. And then comma. And then we have, well, I don't know, maybe a samurai. And he uses a katana. Then we have a Viking, and he uses a battle axe. And then we have a Spartan, and then he uses a shield. All right, so each of these things here is a key value pair, right? This is one key value pair right there. This is another, whoops, don't know what I just did there. This is another key value pair right there, okay? So the key value pair is separated by a colon, and each key value pair is separated by a comma from there, okay? Hopefully that's making some sense from there. Now what we can do is if we wanted to print this out to the console here, we could just say print dict1, save, and we can run this file, and now we get the information coming back here, right? Now if I only wanted the values, I could go print dict1 dot values followed by parentheses from there, and then run it here, and now we only get the values back. We only get the weapons back that they're using here. And then I could do the opposite, of course, too here. I could say dict1 dot, and we could say dot keys, cool, and then run it, and now I get the actual warriors coming back from here, okay? Now I could look up individual pieces of information, like if I want to say print, I could say dict1, and then instead of curly braces this time, I'm going to do square braces here, and I'm going to look up the knight. So what weapon does the knight use here? And I can run this back here. Well, now I have the broadsword. So I can pluck out different pieces of information from our dictionary from here, okay? Now, it's worth noting here that we could look up something in the dictionary and return a true or false value from here. So I could say something like result, and I could say something like if ASDF is in dict1, I would get a true or false statement back, and if I print out result to the console here, and then I run it, you can see it returns false because this is not in the dictionary from there. If I change it to be knight, and I run it, now it's going to say true. So this is pretty cool, right? Because now I can kind of build like a function. I could say like, hey, maybe we have a game lobby here. Maybe we have some type of high scoreboard, or maybe we're seeing if the player already has an account. We could say something like if, and we say ASDF in dict1. And if it is in dict1 here, then we're going to say print player already has an account. And then else print player does not have an account. So we're searching through this dictionary here and we're saying that if this guy here, if he's in, well, we change this to be like player 1. If he's in the dictionary here, we're going to say he has an account. If it says, or excuse me, if it's not in the dictionary here, we're going to say he does not have an account. And I can run this back here, and it says the player does not have an account. So I can use different, I can use this kind of result here, whether it's true or false here, and I can scan through the dictionary here to see if it contains certain information, and I can control the flow of code from there, okay? Now, another thing you might see here with this information, instead of having different kind of things of information here, you could have different attributes about the same thing here, like maybe a car, like let's say you use the Cybertruck, because that's probably the most talked about vehicle there is right now, okay? So we're going to make a dictionary about a Cybertruck here. Let's call this car info. And we're going to set this equal to curly braces from here. Now, do note you can put this on separate lines, okay? So I'm going to say something like make, set this equal to, Tesla, comma. I could say the model is the Cyber truck, and then the year. Hopefully it's going to come out in 2022. Oops, 2022. So we can put that right there. Now do note that needs a comma right there. We can also put in ints from there here. We can also put in floats from there too if we wanted to from there. All right. Even though this was all strings here, it doesn't have to just be strings inside the dictionary. All right. Now, if I want to look up a piece of info here, I could say print, and I could say car info, and here, and I could print out the year. So what year is the Cybertruck here? I run it. Whoops, what happened there? Oh, we're good to go here. Cool. And it says 2022 from there. All right. I'll tell you what we'll also do real quick. We'll say print. This way I have a little bit of a gap there between the old stuff and the new stuff. All right. Now we could also set different pieces of information in this dictionary here to be something different. All right. Like if we wanted to update the year, we could do that too here. So we could say something like car info, and we could look up the year, and we say, you know what, it didn't come out in 2022, it came out in 2023 now. A little bit of a delay here. And if I print out the car info again, save, and I run it, we're going to see that this information gets updated from there. Okay. Now I could also add new items to the dictionary here. So I'll make a little note here, adding items, and let's say car info, and we're going to say something like, let's add the color here, and we'll set the color equal to something like red. Save, and we'll print out print car info. Cool. Run it. And now we have all the information with the addition of this new piece of information that we just added in right there. Okay. Now, of course, if we want to update some stuff here, this is another way to go about updating certain items here. I could say car info.update, and I could say something like in curly braces here, color, colon, and let's say that red is an option. Now it's all silver. It's all that bare metal look here. And if I print this out, paste that right there, save, tell you what, we'll put it right there too so we can see the change. We can see that now the color gets updated too. All right. Just another way to go about updating information. All right. Now, if I wanted to remove something here, I could say removing items, car info dot pop. So we're going to remove, let's remove the make, because everyone knows that the Cybertruck is from Tesla here. We can remove that make here. If I run it, actually we should print it out here. Let's go ahead and copy this here. Paste that right there, and we can run this back here. And now we have right here. We don't have the make anymore here because everyone knows that Cybertruck is from Tesla. We don't need that anymore here. Another way to go about it here is to delete. We could say delete, and we could say car info, and let's get rid of the, I don't know, let's get rid of the color. Maybe it's only silver here, so we'll get rid of the color. And then finally we'll print out car info. Okay, save. And now we don't have the color anymore. We just have the model, and then we have the year, okay? So guys, this is another way to store information, and this is one that you see a lot when you start working with APIs and pulling information down from databases and stuff like that. Like I said, when I first started coding here, this seemed like a little too, I'm like, I'll just write out in strings here. But really, this is actually a really useful way to store information, okay? So hopefully this makes sense here. Again, get in the mindset of key value pairs, and in the next video, we're going to talk about JSON, okay? So guys, great job in this video. You guys did fantastic, and I will see you guys in the next one.